Good evening, everyone. We're going to be going over chapter 16, figures 24 and 25. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be varying the terminal value growth rate from 1% to 10%. And with this, we're going to illustrate, some simulation sensitivity for your record. So what we're going to start off with is going down to an unused cell that's kind of convenient right down here at D40, and in there we're going to enter in the SciSim parameter where we're going to fluctuate from 1% to 10% up in B5, what we were talking about earlier, and 1%, 10%, enter. And what we're going to do is we're going to link B5 to this cell. So we're going to link our terminal value growth rate right now to here, hit enter. And the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to go up to our risk solver platform, do some analysis, reports, simulation, parameter analysis. And again, I've kind of already gone through this, but you can see right here our output cell of B40. It's underneath all of our possible outputs here. You can drop this out, extend it out. Again, we'll select B40. Just for reference, we can show you where B40. Here's B40 down here, output distributions with the total net present value. So again, we'll go back up to reports. I meant to click on reports, simulation, parameter analysis. Again, we have our output of B40 selected, and what we're going to be doing down here is selecting several of the output statistics: minimum, maximum, and mean. Minimum, maximum, check. And our parameter right here is going to be delta 40, the cell that we kind of randomly picked down here with 1% to 10% variable. And then major access points, we're just going to use it as 10 because, again, 1% to 10%. So hit OK, and what's going to happen is it's going to kick us out on a new tab or new sheet named Sim Analysis Report. And for pretty picture's sake, we will insert a wonderful scatter plot. And looking at the scatter plot, you can immediately take away, as these variables increase, the mean, minimum, and max. The mean goes from about 1 billion to up to 2 billion, while the minimum doesn't really vary as much. Again, it goes from 0.2 to 0.4 along the bottom, but the maximum really increases from almost 3 billion up to 7 billion, giving the likelihood of extremely high variations and increase rapidly as the terminal growth rate changes. The bottom line for this is that the next save example illustrates an approach to evaluating a company that is used throughout the finance industry. As we had earlier in the year with finance, here's something that helped me out. I had to look up what the terminal growth rate was and what it's kind of used there for. But here's the equation if it's any assistance to you. It should be noted, though, there are two weaknesses with this. The approach that is, single growth rate is used for revenues over a period of as long as 10 years with no detailed modeling to explain the sources, and then the weakness that the terminal value dominates the overall value of the firm. And as we've seen, the terminal value is highly sensitive to assumptions. So just really, think about when you do these types of simulations, where the data comes from. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a good evening.